I'm Ellen K here with Bert K. Bert, welcome.
I like when people do that better. Mine is your last name hard to pronounce?
Well, my grandma's last name is Kvidal.
Oh yeah.
And so that's a tough one because it's KV.
Yeah, I get Chrysler all the time.
Oh, right.
Bert
right.
Kreischer, yeah.
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, it's hard. I never bothers me when people can't pronounce it because I go, yeah, I get it. I'm dyslexic, so I see things differently. Me and my daughter came in the other day and she goes, they're outlawing adoption in Mississippi. I was like, that says abortion, Isla. I was like, and she goes, oh, so they want orphans. I was like, yeah.
Right out the gate with an abortion.
A kid-friendly one, though.
So we would like to get to know you better and our audience, too. So I'm going to ask you a series of really quick choices. Don't even think about them. Just go with it.
Okay.
All right. So this is Bert Kreischer in 60 seconds or less. Smooth or crunchy?
Smooth.
Campground or hotel?
Hotel.
Beach or mountains?
A beach.
Sunrise or sunset?
Ooh. Sunset.
Binge or slow roll?
Binge.
I love you. Butter or not on popcorn?
Oh, butter.
Down or polyester?
Mm-hmm.
You're in a hotel. You're asking for a pillow.
Polyester.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't question his
pickleball
his
or
life?
poker?
Pickleball.
NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys.
All right.
Oh, that was
That's
good.
it. Now we
Okay,
feel like we know
let's
you so
let's
much.
recap these. So, because sunrise, sunset's a tricky one.
That
Because
is.
I only want a sunrise if I've been drinking all night.
Right.
Like I'm not a sunrise. Like, oh, got to get my morning sun and coffee.
Yeah.
Time to do my gratitudes. I'm not that guy.
Okay.
But like a sunrise in New York is electric.
Oh.
It's that color blue when you're up on the roof and you're having your last few beers and you have nothing planned for the day.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Polyester because I have allergies.
Okay, that's a great reason.
Backstreet Boys, I just think they're more engaging. I think NSYNC's great.
Yeah.
But I think Backstreet Boys really brings it, and I think they're the OGs.
Yeah, and I also feel like they also are more unified with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I think NSYNC loves each other, but I just think Backstreet Boys, like, they really deeply love.
Yeah, and I think I would know more Backstreet Boys songs.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Huh. Well, congrats on all your success.
Oh, thank you very much.
Ryan's got all these numbers.
Well,
of
listen. Here's what I just told Bert off the air before we started. I said you were the fourth highest grossing tour of 2022, which is insane.
Yeah.
And that's insane. Even to be in the top 20, but you're four.
And when you're nervous, do you pull on your beard?
No. I
Okay.
don't get nervous. No, I don't. See, what's crazy is I have anxiety, but I don't get nervous. In situations like this, my anxiety disappears. My anxiety shows up when I'm driving in a car and I'm overthinking, can I still smile? Am I having a stroke? But when I'm here, it's gone. Same with stage. I had food poisoning in Stockholm and I had a show in Berlin the next night, and I was a mess. Second I got on stage in Berlin, I was like, I'm 100%, baby. Let's kill some beers.
Yep.
So, yeah, I had a few beers. I was like, I'm home. Germany. So, yeah, it's weird. That article came out, and it's interesting because all of a sudden it's your laundry is out for everyone. They know how much money you made. And it's weird because, when you're just a club comic, when you're just doing comedy clubs, people know you're doing well, but they don't know your quote.
Sure.
And then now they know exactly how many tickets you sold, how many markets you were in, how many shows you sold out. They can tell you a percentage of sellouts. And so
It's almost like being judged.
yeah. But I mean, it's a great group of people to be in.
Yes.
You know. It's also a little bit of a I only say this because I know that everyone goes, well, wait, where's Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan and all these greats on there? Those guys don't tour the way I tour. I tour really aggressively. You'll see I do probably more shows than anyone on there. But I'm out on the road. I do a lot of the middle of the country. I'll stay there. I can go to Mississippi. Not a lot of comics play Mississippi. I'm in Jonesboro, Arkansas. So like, it's a little bit of a misnomer. But the coolest part was David Letterman called me. The day I was shooting this special that I'm promoting, Razzle Dazzle, the day I'm shooting it, I get a message from David Letterman, and he's congratulating me on my success, and he told me exactly how much money I made.
He told you?
Yeah, and I was like, it was awesome. It was awesome. I got chills. I started tearing up, and I bought a fur jacket, a fur coat. I bought a fur coat. And booked a private jet. And then I got COVID. And everyone on the private jet got COVID. Oh, we all got COVID.
What a celebration. That just triggered you to celebrate. And you know what, Bert? You probably are so busy all the time that you seem like the type that doesn't stop to like just rest and think about what you've just done.
No, I don't. To a fault. I am happiest when I'm moving forward, and I can't understand people who can take time off. I understand that you're supposed to, but I just go. And so, and I've said this, my buddy Peter over here is my assistant. I gallop at a different pace than everyone else, including partying, including working. Like a lot of people can't hang with my partying and then see that I work. Like I took these two guys, brilliant comics, Shane Gillis and Mark Norman, to the Super Bowl. We did the Mullet Arena. We did 4 shows in the Mullet Arena during Super Bowl weekend, Wednesday to Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm up at 6 in the morning. I'm up at 6 in the morning doing press, doing Radio Row, doing podcasts, doing my own podcast, doing my cooking show. I worked all day up until those shows, and then we partied all night long, and we'd stay out until 2. And these guys were like, "Oh, how you getting up?" I don't know, man. It's punitive. I think you. I get up. I go. You want this? Is what my brain will say this morning. Oh, you wanted to have wine last night in the car with your dad, big guy? You want to drink on the plane yesterday? Okay, this is your punishment. Get up at 6:30 and we work out and we push it, and we got a big radio run that's going to be a blast. Then we got a podcast with David Tell, and then you want to have a cocktail? You can relax and have a cocktail, but not until then. It's reward and punishment. That's the way I live my life.
You mentioned your cooking show.
Yeah, something's burning.
What's that?
Something's burning.
Yeah. Have you always been a good cook, or is
No.
this like, yeah, because I thought I didn't think so.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of the show is I'm not a good cook.
You are.
That's why
You
you
are.
burning.
What's interesting is that I've pulled it off more than not. So I've pulled it off every episode, but there's been a couple where I did not pull it off, and those are the funniest. And so it really is a trick of just a podcast with comedians where we drink and we party. And the reason it's better than my podcast, or the reason it gets better numbers, is because I'm doing something. So it looks like I'm listening. I'm not the best listener. As you've noticed in this interview, I don't listen. I like to fire hose people. So when people will say things in the cooking show and it looks like I'm listening, but I'm just reading the directions of how to make it.
Well, that's a talent in itself.
Yeah, but I love it. The cooking show, Something's Burning. I have the podcast, Bertcast. I have 2 bears, 1 cave with Tom Segura, and then and I have my other podcast, Open Tabs. Yeah.
And you're a girl dad.
I am a girl dad. I'm a hardcore girl dad. I don't think I don't understand boys, and I was such a bro growing up, but I don't understand boy energy. I understand feminine energy. Everyone that works for me, practically everyone that works for me is a woman. Everyone. The one dude is Peter, my assistant, and that's only because I need someone to help me get up in the morning in the hotels, and someone's got to see me naked, right, Peter?
So do you know how to braid hair? Do you know how to do girl things?
I know how to do girl things in a bro way.
Okay.
Like I think both my daughters have a little bit of bro energy. Like I have this is their energy. They were watching a documentary on Gandhi the other day, and I walked in and I just casually went, "Wow, I don't get the whole hunger strike thing." And my daughter Georgia looks at me and goes, "No kidding."
So they're wisecrackers.
Yeah, they're bullies. Like my wife's a bully, they're bullies, and so they.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're But
no wonder you're on the road so much.
Yeah. They come out on the road. We do this thing Fully Loaded every summer. Nikki Glazer did it last year with me, and we have a big lineup. I'm sure it's been announced by now. Yeah. We got Tiffany Haddish, Shane Gillis, Mark Normand, David Tell, Lewis Black, Fortune Feemster, Stavros Haliakis. We've got a huge lineup. We bring them on the road. We do outdoor arenas. We're ending at the Gorge this year. We do baseball stadiums. We do arenas. And my daughters come out and they're PAs. They work with us and they have a blast. And they're with they get to see my favorite comics. And they're hanging with my favorite comics. It was my favorite one last year is Georgia's 18 years old. And Shane Gillis comes up next to her and her friends, end of the tour. And he's like, "You guys sneaking beers tonight?" And Georgia goes, "No." And he goes, "I'm not going to tell on you. Are you sneaking beers?" She goes, "No." And he goes, "Georgia, it's Shane. Are you guys sneaking beers?" And she looks at me and she goes, we snuck 1 beer. And Shane sits down right next to me and goes, "Georgia's sneaking beers." But it's fun. It's fun. And this year I'm excited because I've known Tiffany for a long time. My wife and Tiffany's grandmother were close. They both worked at Lowry's together.
Oh, no
way. So And I've known Tiffany forever, and so I'm excited that she's doing it this year. The girls get to hang out with Tiffany, and Tiffany is a blast. I was at the NASCAR 500 with her, Daytona 500 with her, and we had a great time. So
I'm sure both of your energies together has got to be amazing.
It can be a little overwhelming.
Ryan has yet to go to Lowry's.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I love a good prime rib, but Ellen and her husband have been like, oh, we
had a date set up, and I think you had a conflict or something. But I want him to go and do it for the first time.
My wife used to wait on Larry Flint.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
His office is right up the street in La Cienega.
And he would order gin and tonics, and his assistant would go, just give him the tonic, he won't know.
Right.
And my wife said he would be hammered at the end of every dinner on just drinking tonic water. He'd be like, and my wife's like, so it's my lasting memory. We go every year. I love Lowry's.
Yeah.
It's such a great experience.
Yeah.
I worked with a guy who was very socially awkward, right? He never really said the right thing at the very right time. And Larry Flint came in and he rolled himself in the wheelchair, and it was gold. He had like an all gold wheelchair. And this guy ran up to me and goes, man, cool wheelchair. And just was like flicking the gold, and it was just like, that's not how you introduce yourself to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. That most comics are like that.
Awkward.
I've been horrible with meeting celebrities. I met Tom Cruise one time at the premiere of Magnolia.
Okay,
Remember Magnolia when he had
love that
the
movie.
long hair and he was
Yes.
a motivational speaker? So I'm telling a story to a bunch of assistants over at ICM, and they're all of a sudden their eyes get really wide, like my story's getting good, but I know it's not that good. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And I turn around, and it's Tom Cruise is standing behind me. I bump into Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, for the record, when you know this, but when you meet those guys, they got it. The thing they got is the thing that it's that untangible thing that they got it. It's something about his energy around him that overwhelms you, and it knocked the wind out of me, and I saw him, and what I meant to say was, such a fan, you're the coolest dude, but all I said to him was, you have beautiful hair. And he goes, oh, thank you. And then he just turned and walked away, and I was like, God, that's not what I meant to say.
See, thank you for vindicating me.
She's done it with Brad Pitt.
Oh, my God.
Don't get me in front of Brad Pitt. I might lean in for a kiss. Don't get me around Brad Pitt.
Listen
Don't
to
get
this
me
one.
around.
Bert, I'm at the Chinese theater, right? Upstairs in the VIP hallway, and Brad Pitt is there, right? So he came for once upon a time in Hollywood. He needs the bathroom. So the owner of the TCL Chinese Theater, who's a friend of mine, walks him up. I'm standing right in front of the bathroom door. I don't even know. The bathroom door is closed. And I'm just standing there. They come around a corner, and there's Brad Pitt. We were like 9 inches, maybe 6 from face to face.
Yeah.
And he said, is the bathroom occupied? And I did what you did. I had no idea what to say. I was like, what is going on?
She said, I don't know, is it?
Ooh.
I know. And he turned and walked away, and he went all the way down the hallway to the other open bathroom.
What did his hair look like?
It was beautiful.
Brad Pitt, my buddy, Brad Pitt came to one of his shows in LA, and I was like, how did you get? My buddy just hung out with his Jason Momoa. I heard Jason Momoa's got hardcore that energy. I don't have it. Like I don't got it. I got regular pedestrian energy. Like I think like
you
if
have
you walk,
more than that, Bert.
I think I can razzle dazzle it up. I can distract you. But
your vibrations are pretty high.
yeah, those guys, they got it, man. Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa. I'm trying to think. You know who else I did? I'll tell you what. This is horrible.
I love
This
knowing
is
who your
secret
man
time, too.
crushes are.
I'm just ratting out everything.
Yeah.
I did a table read on Zoom with Josh Brolin.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that is a man's man. Like, he's like the man.
Dude, the setup behind him was this rustic antlers in the background and antique aged barnwood.
Come
and just like
on.
I could smell whiskey through the whiskey scent.
Yeah.
And he was he's such a great actor. And well, I'm not doing impressions well, but I got done the Zoom, and it's like legit movie stars. And then they're like, all right, is everyone good? And I was like, Josh, I'm a big fan. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And he was like, oh, you did a great job. I was like, no, you're awesome. I love you.
You could do a whole podcast on all your man crushes.
Oh, I'm so bad with it. And they're genuine. Like, I'm a fan. Like, I like being a fan. Mm-hmm. Like, listen, I'll tell you right now. Whatever they spent on a Tom Cruise movie, on a Tom Hanks movie, any of those movies, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Because for me, I get every penny of that energy out of that movie. Mm-hmm. Top Gun Maverick was, I saw it with my daughters, and I'm telling you, I shook. I was shaking when I got out, and I was like, yeah, Like, but those budgets for those big movies, they land on me. Even Waterworld. Like, I watched Waterworld. It's funny, I don't care about famous athletes as much, and I should. But for some reason, actors. I like not really with comics. I don't really care about comics because I think we all just knew each other. Chappelle's different. Chappelle's different. He's like a little bit of a great white shark. Like when he walks by, you're like, whoa. I've been in the water with great white sharks. You ever swim with great white sharks? Oh.
No.
We have about 3 minutes left, and we got to talk about Razzle Dazzle.
Oh, yeah, talk about Razzle Dazzle. You need to go swim with great white sharks out in the North Shore. Haleiwa, okay? Go swim with great white sharks. It's amazing.
Yeah. Razzle Dazzle.
My special, Razzle Dazzle. It's on Netflix. It's awesome.
Okay.
Yep. It's my fifth special or my third Netflix special.
It's your fifth special.
Yeah.
It's your fifth one.
Yeah.
And in one sentence or less, Bert, what'd you think of Chris Rock?
He's the GOAT. I mean, he's the best. I love everything he does. He's the reason I got into stand-up.
He is?
Yeah. Oh, when I saw Bring the Pain, I stopped and I went, I think I'm going to go get a 12-pack of beer and start this over. And this is back when you'd record stuff on VHS. So if it went on HBO, you record it on VHS. So my buddies had recorded it, and I watched it, and I was amazed at the way his brain worked. I was crying, laughing, and I was like, this is it. This is the thing. His energy, his presence, his everything about him just oozed what I wanted. By the way, if you're watching Razzle Dazzle, it's no Chris Rock, but I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
You're really good.
I'm pretty good. I take my shirt off. I would love to see him with the shirt off, but yeah, he's the GOAT. Him and Chappelle, they're just they never miss. I think they're awesome. But I'm also a fan. I love loving stuff. I don't have the troll energy where I'd like to trash stuff. I love to love something.
Yeah.
I love like Shang Wang special, amazing. Stavros and all the guys putting stuff on YouTube right now, amazing. I love to. It's so much more fun to high five someone than to be like, ooh, you know?
Yeah,
so.
totally. Oh, we love you, Bert.
Oh, thank you.
Will you please come back?
Yeah, I would love to.
Come back for your sixth, or even in between.
Yeah.
I got a movie to promote.
Okay.
Promote?
Yeah, no.
Promote? No. I'm in Canada. I'm promoting a movie. Tarps off for the boys. No, I have a movie, The Machine, coming out Memorial Day weekend with Legendary and Sony. It'll be in theaters all over the country. You can pre-order tickets at themachine.movie. We're doing a special in-theater event, live streaming into the theaters. It's going to be a blast, but it's awesome. It's about the story when I got involved with the Russian Mafia and robbed a train.
Well, we're there.
Yeah, done.
Insane.
I'm a promotion machine right now. My wife and I are on testosterone. We're feeling good. Let's go, baby. Let's go. This is the year of the Lord.